I can't see the bottom. I want to go there.
Yeah, let's do it.
This is where it's at. I mean, it's technology meets adventure, meets the frontier of the unknown, right here. I'm about to go into the Maya underworld. Oh, it's so dark in here. I think this is the craziest thing I've ever done. Deep within this remote jungle cavern, startling evidence of Maya ritual sacrifice. I'm Albert Lim, engineer.
There's a forgotten world down there! Lost cities hidden in the jungle!
And National Geographic explorer. Frontier of the Maya world is actually right under our feet. I'm on a mission to uncover the secrets of one of the world's most mysterious ancient civilizations. The Maya. And right now, technology is revealing a whole new story.
New technology revealed an ancient civilization in Central America may have been much more complex than archaeologists believe.
In 2018, National Geographic broke the news of an incredible discovery.
C'est une cité antique de 60 000 constructions.
That captivated the entire world.
Peneliti temukan kota kuno suku Maya.
And I was right there to see it. Wow. Revealed from the sky.
This is the most important development in Maya archaeology in 100 years.
And on the ground.
Oh, it gives you, like, chills up your back.
Using LiDAR technology that can see through dense jungle like an X-ray.
Okay, you ready to see it without the trees?
More than 60,000 man-made structures brought to light in an incredible new treasure map.
Oh, look at that. We get it.
Very narrow.
Now, armed with the new map, some of the world's most intrepid archaeologists
It's gonna be dangerous.
are taking on the jungle
Better, there's a painter box. It's got an inscription.
in search of its secrets.
We have a skeleton.
All on a quest to rewrite the astonishing story of the Maya. The world of the Maya, remote and mysterious.
All this wild jungle was home to a vast civilization. The Maya. That ancient world has been lost for centuries. But today, for the first time, we can see through the trees. And what we're finding, it's mind-blowing.
This time, I'm on a mission to uncover the strange world of Maya ritual. I'll be following the very first excavation of a remote cluster of ancient pyramids and revealing victims of human sacrifice.
Could be the top of somebody's head.
I'll be diving into the dangerous realm of the ancestors. I'm about to go into the Maya underworld. Are you kidding me?
There's a whole world under here.
And seeing how a newly discovered jungle cave was once a portal to the ancient Maya underworld.
Oh, Dennis, there's a bone here.
Discoveries that are revealing new evidence of Maya ritual and the world of their gods. Deep in the jungles of northern Guatemala, scientist Leila Dawn and geographer Duncan Cook are hunting for secrets of the Maya. They are heading out from base camp, close to an ancient city called El Zots. Their mission: to investigate the base of a remote mountain that the new LiDAR treasure map suggests might contain the entrance to an undiscovered cave.
The LiDAR has identified quite a number of interesting sites up there, which show great promise, I think, for potential caves.
The Maya occupied a vast region of Central America, across what is now Guatemala and southern Mexico, as well as parts of Belize and Honduras. Over more than 2,000 years, the Maya tamed the jungle, creating cities of dazzling sophistication. But there was also a dark side of blood and human sacrifice to the gods that lived in the sky and to the mysterious underworld beneath the ground. Base camp at El Zotes.
Can I ask you to double check? I think Duncan and I heard different coordinates.
Okay.
Just for the northing.
I know what's coming.
Before the LiDAR map, no one had any idea that this mystery cave existed at all.
When we got the LiDAR data over El Zotes, the geology is revealed in a way that we've never been able to see before.
Site director and National Geographic explorer Tom Garrison has brought in cave explorers, Layla and Duncan, to verify the new data.
I was thinking this area north of El Zotes, maybe this could be a cave zone. Yeah.
So we've just come in from Belize, and we've seen many cave sites there, located near Maya settlements. And great to see, really, won't it, if there's these strong links between the underworld and the surface world here.
I think maybe we'll find out more about this.
Yeah.
Answer this question.
Exactly. Now you guys just need to go find them.
All right.
Yeah.
We ready?
The plan, guided by the LiDAR map, locate the cave, and then enter it for the very first time.
These caves, there's nothing published on them, they're not mapped, they're complete unknowns. So that really leaves this huge knowledge gap.
Yes, here we are.
Oh, sweet.
Let's get to work.
Yep.
Let's see.
Oh, this rock is very loose.
Right now, no one knows whether this cave was ever visited by the Maya. Finding any evidence of ritual activity would be a remarkable discovery.
All right, we geared up. Should we go in?
Yeah.
All right.
Do it.
Let's get in a bit further. Check this out.
Almost immediately, the cave narrows, dangerously.
So just like a small entrance cabin here. Okay, you drop your back a little. That's a real tight squeeze. There you go. It's amazing to think that, in all likelihood, we're probably the first human beings who have even been through these caves in 1,000 years.
Yeah, oh, it's absolutely amazing.
Only if the team finds any remains will they launch a full exploration. But then, 50 feet into the cave,
Look at this.
What do you got?
It's a large piece of ceramic. It looks like it has a nice slip on it. It's a nice reddish color.
A lot of the features are still intact. Excellent stuff.
Yeah, super exciting. Let's see what else we
All
got.
right, let's keep going.
Wow, here's another one.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like it's the rim of a pot. This is a phenomenal find.
the Maya often broke pottery as a form of sacrifice. So this could be a sign of ritual offering.
It's entirely feasible that the Maya ventured down these tunnels, typically for kind of ritual purposes. We see this in other parts of the Maya world.
Yeah.
But yet not around here. We've discovered no evidence of this.
That's right.
So this is a real first.
Any caver in the world would be thrilled about discovering something like this.
Until the new LiDAR treasure map, this cave was completely unknown. Its secret contents, undiscovered. The map is a result of an ambitious aerial survey using lasers mounted on aircraft to chart a landscape hidden beneath 800 square miles of dense jungle. Called the Pakunam LiDAR Initiative. It involves a consortium of international and Guatemalan experts. And the results are simply astonishing. From above, you can see nothing but trees, but LiDAR can take the trees away, laying bare an entire civilization. In all, more than 60,000 ancient structures created by the Maya. San Diego, where I research, I've been given special access to the new data. And two of the project leaders, Marcello Canuto and Tom Garrison, are joining me to explore it on a massive scale.
Okay, you ready to see it without the trees?
Let's see it.
Let's do this. Let's do it. Wow.
Yeah, this is amazing.
The map is set to completely rewrite the story of the Maya.
It's a scale of discovery that it just blows everyone's mind.
And it's got to transform your fundamental understanding of this entire civilization.
Well, we're definitely talking about a period that is pre-LiDAR and post-LiDAR in Maya archaeology. And everything that we know now is going to be different from what we knew before. It's that big of a change.
Incredible discoveries are being made right across the survey area. It's revealing palaces and pyramids and the great Maya cities as never before. But the LiDAR is also revealing some very different features, including our newly identified mystery cave near El Zots, where Leila Dawn and Duncan Cook are exploring for the very first time.
Who knows what we'll find? I mean, so far there's no end to this tunnel, and
It's taken half an hour to go just 100 feet. But as they hunt for more treasures,
oh, wowzers. Oh man, the floor has fallen.
Keep away from the edge.
they encounter a dangerous collapse.
Oh, it looks like it fell into another level. Oh my gosh.
Leila and Duncan's exploration is brought to an abrupt halt.
We've got this big collapsed section that kind of the whole floor has collapsed down into the lower levels as well too.
Unless they can deal with the collapsed rock, they'll have to end their mission.
We've got these priceless Maya ceramic shards scattered everywhere. We still didn't see all of them. We've got to start mapping further into the cave, see how far it goes.
The local support team comes up with a plan in the shape of a quickly improvised ladder. With light beginning to fade, Leila heads back inside.
Gotta get it around those two big boulders out there. It's a stiff 10 or 12 foot long ladder that's being moved around all these rocks. And it's pretty stuffy in here, pretty stuffy and warm. All right, that's the point of last contact with the surface.
For safety, someone must stay at the entrance to raise the alarm if there's an accident. This time, it's Duncan's turn.
A little bit nerve-wracking being out here this whole time and just waiting for the team to come back.
Deep inside the cave and isolated in a remote jungle, the team needs to be back at camp before dark.
At this moment, we have 10 minutes, maybe 15, to check out this new side, Dennis. You know, if it gets dark, it's gonna be dangerous.
Sure.
All that's left for us to do is to lower the ladder down into this collapsed area.
The jungle ladder is in place. But the collapse is a clue to dangerous instabilities in the limestone.
We'll just leave it here.
Yeah, so there's gonna be like a bunch of loose stuff here. So I have to be really, really careful.
Loose rocks navigated, Leila and fellow caver Dennis push deeper.
Whoa, wowzers.
Then, 150 feet in,
Yeah, this is crazy.
the tunnel opens out into a wide cavern. The perfect location for ancient ritual.
It's really impressive. Looking at this hill, you would have no idea that this is what's inside. Have you ever seen anything like this?
No.
And there are more finds.
There's ceramic down here again in this dark layer.
And then,
Oh geez. There's a bone here. There's a bone, there's a bunch of ceramic mixed in.
until this cave is fully investigated, it's impossible to tell if the bone is animal or human. and whether all these remains were washed here from the entrance by floodwater, or if the Maya once came into this deep cavern to carry out rituals.
Gotta go now. We're running late and running out of daylight. We're definitely out of time.
We found a large cavern with cultural remains.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bone.
An animal?
In context with ceramics, though.
Amazing work.
Yeah.
Discovered by LiDAR, this is now an important new archaeological site in need of further investigation.
It's very exciting because there have been no caves in this area found with cultural remains in them, so that makes this really unique and really exciting for cavers, geologists, archaeologists, everyone.
Up here in the sky, I feel I'm flying through the domain of the Maya gods. High above the jungle that was home to the living Maya. And beneath that, the mysterious underworld that they believed was home to deities and the spirits of their ancestors. It's a world that's still full of secrets.
The jungle seems to go on forever, but I'm gonna keep going to see just how far the Maya world reaches.
I'm heading 300 miles north of Guatemala to Mexico and the Yucatan Peninsula, another part of the ancient Maya world. A region entirely riddled with caves and underground rivers.
We're literally just a stone's throw away from a major highway, and already we're into this wild jungle. But what's wild about it is that the last frontier of the Maya world might be hidden just in plain sight, right beneath our feet.
This region is home to around 6,000 water-filled caves, called cenotes. And it turns out that many are connected, deep underground.
This is one of the entrances that have been found so far to the largest underwater cave system in the world.
This cenote joins the Sak Aktun cave system, which runs for more than 200 miles beneath the jungle. And it's almost completely uncharted.
I want to know what's going on in the Maya underworld. I want to go and see how technology can bring this world and the story in this world back to the surface.
For the Maya, cenotes were a vital source of water, and they were also sacred. Entrances to the underworld. The Maya would make offerings to the rain god Chak, throwing sacrificial human victims into the dark, watery depths. Dive archaeologist and National Geographic explorer Guillermo de Anda is masterminding a large-scale investigation of Mexico's cenotes. And today, I'm going in search of evidence of ancient rituals for myself.
This is all a cave under us right now?
Oh yes, all this is it's a huge underground cave system.
The cenote we're looking for is not easily found. Hidden in the jungle, its entrance is just a few feet across.
I can't see the bottom.
You are really into another layer of the universe.
I can totally get it. So you walk along, you're in this forest, and then all of a sudden here you are standing on top of this black hole into nothingness.
Yep.
You can kind of get a sense of why they would have thought this was into another world. I want to go there.
Yeah, let's do it.
Getting in means a 60-foot rappel to reach a water-filled cavern.
This is where it's at. I mean, it's technology meets adventure, meets the frontier of the unknown, right here.
Right. You know, I consider this probably the last frontier of exploration besides the oceans. Here it is. There is thousands of kilometers of not mapped underground passages in this area.
With my gear on and the rope team ready, it's time to go in.
All right, here we go. Let's start.
Okay.
Wow. I feel like I'm going through the threshold here. Wow. It's huge down here.
Are you kidding me? Oh, I think this is the craziest thing I've ever done.
Rappelling down, I'm descending into the Maya underworld.
Okay. It almost feels like we're in the basement of the world. You would never imagine when you're standing above that, there's a whole world under here.
Guillermo has explored this remote cenote before, but for me, it's a whole new experience.
Let's see what can we find. I'm ready.
As we dive down, the light quickly fades into complete darkness. It's dangerous and forbidding, but at the same time, magical and enticing. And then, out of the darkness, my torchlight catches something. An ancient water jug, perfectly preserved. With 40 minutes of oxygen left in my tank, I'm determined to push deeper in search of more treasures. But ritual activity was not only confined to the underworld. For the Maya, the gods were ever-present forces with the power to make rain, bring sun, or ensure a bountiful harvest from the earth. Back in Guatemala, 300 miles to the south, archaeologist and National Geographic explorer Francisco Estrada Belli is investigating another newly discovered site. He's exploring the jungle, close to a small ancient city called Huitzna.
Vamos a abrir un camino así, recto hacia el sur. So the goal is to excavate these new pyramids that we identified in the LiDAR. These are all completely new.
The new LiDAR map has revealed thousands of new sites. But Francisco's discovery is one of the most intriguing of them all. Now, he's joining me in San Diego to explore the new data.
Yeah, so you look at this, it's just lots of trees, right?
Yeah, well, let's get rid of the trees.
Without LiDAR, the area around Huitzna is nothing but jungle wilderness. But take away the trees, and high on a mountain ridge, something appears. An isolated pyramid.
Well, you know, from the LiDAR, it just looks so odd because there aren't that many isolated pyramids like this one. For this region, this is very unusual.
So you've got this place built on top of the highest mountain in the area. What's special about it?
Because it's on the tallest hill in the entire region, it's probably one of the most important pyramids.
Maya pyramids were built to mimic mountains, reaching up into the world of the gods. Unlike Egyptian pyramids, they are meant to be climbed. They're pinnacles, scenes of bloodletting and human sacrifice.
Did the Maya have a thing with mountaintops, a way to connect to gods?
Actually, yes. The mountains were the residing places of gods and ancestors. And so the more important the god, the bigger the mountain.
And pyramids themselves are built mountains.
Yes.
The Maya name these structures using this word huitz, meaning mountain. So we'll see a pyramid is given a name, and it's called a mountain, and it is also a home for someone sacred, a deceased king.
Most Maya pyramids are found in the center of cities. But Francisco's newly discovered pyramid is different. It's far from any city center, built on top of a mountain, which could make it very special. What's more, the new LiDAR map reveals it's not alone, but one of a whole group of previously unknown pyramids on this remote ridge. This season, with the new treasure map, Francisco is investigating them for the very first time. And he's brought a whole team to start digging.
Se debe de levantar todo este material. ¿Dónde lo vamos a poner? Mejor allá.
Francisco thinks the pyramids could be temples to local gods.
There might be offerings, so those will give us a better understanding of the religion and the ritual practices.
While one of Francisco's excavation teams gets to work at the base of the pyramid, he's called to the top, where there's been a discovery.
Oh my gosh, that's really interesting. Oh, that's a lot of pottery.
You can see.
There's more?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I can see it. So all this, and then over there?
It continues inside. It's over there.
Oh yeah, I can see it. Oh my gosh, it's the whole building is covered in broken ceramics.
One of a whole group of remote pyramids, discovered by LiDAR, is covered with thousands of pieces of broken ancient pottery, just like those in the caves of El Zotz.
These are undecorated jars. That's what you have for just storing water. Yeah, this is a big water jar. This big orifice, and the body of the jar would be like this. There had to be a very good reason for the Maya to come here and break a lot of pots on top of the pyramid and burn them. And you can see how they're all burnt. They were offering a water jar. You know, water has a lot of symbolism. It's all consistent. So this is not a trash heap. It's the result of a major ritual.
This pottery wasn't broken by accident. It was purposefully sacrificed, perhaps along with its valuable water. It leaves Francisco in no doubt that this pyramid was once a place of Maya rituals on a massive scale. And down below, there's been another find.
We found a stela right there.
A monumental stone, or stela, that could reveal carvings. Archaeologist Alex Tokavinina is a world-leading expert on Maya glyphs. If he can read any carvings, it could reveal clues to the entire site. The Maya were obsessive recorders of names, places, and dates, often found preserved on painted ceramics and in monumental carvings. But their glyph writing is still only partially understood, and centuries of erosion can make it almost impossible to read, even for experts like Alex.
That should be the waist, right? Unless it's all hieroglyphic, which I don't think.
No, it's not.
So there's definitely carving on the bottom of this monument. And Alex is pretty much the only person who can read that. And so he's taking a look at it. So do you think it's a king?
It's probably a king. Royals would probably get a stela of their own.
Yeah.
Usually we don't get non-royals.
Alex wants to turn it over to see more, but the stone is crumbling, and turning it is a big risk.
Here's the plant. Try to lift it and then flip it without, just flipping it and scratching it. I think we have enough people that we can just lift them. Señores, ayuda. Vamos a tratar de mover esto primero. Pero se rompe, solo con levantarlo se va a romper. The plan is to create a pillow, basically with soft dirt, on which we can rest the monument without lifting it outright, because I'm afraid it's going to break into smaller pieces. Solo tierra ahí. So we're just going to slide it onto its head, basically, and then rest it on the edge of the excavation. This is that delicate moment, and literally it's make it or break it.
Any writing they can find could help explain the pyramids and the sacrifice pottery.
Cuidado que este no se cae.
If they can safely turn it.
Entonces, otro allá, está a punta lejos. Vengan todos los que puedan caber adentro. Nerve-wracking.
Francisco's monumental stone is turned, and carvings appear. Alex can make out glimpses of what might be a human figure.
Sandals.
He thinks it could be a Maya king, but the picture is incomplete.
We barely have a half of the monument here. The upper half is missing entirely. Will it still be in situ or further up?
Well, unless that was it.
No, it cannot be it.
Cannot be it.
Cannot. It's still underneath. It's right there.
So it's underneath here.
Yeah.
Then, Alex spots some very different evidence of a dramatic past.
Yeah. Well, it's burned, I think. That's what it is.
Just like the pottery on top of the pyramid, it seems that this monument was once intentionally destroyed.
The stone got heated and then flaked off, most likely because of heating. Either there was a big bonfire in front of the monument, which is possible because they were burning offerings on an altar in front of it, or somebody really didn't like people who lived here and made a big bonfire and broke this stone and then burned everything around it. So it was a hostile act. You see, good acts, ritual acts, and hostile ritual acts are sometimes very similar in terms of the kind of signature they leave on things. It's very hard to tell.
Evening, and Francisco is back at his base camp near Huitzna. The rainy season is fast approaching, and Francisco can only excavate for another 4 weeks.
We're really running against time because a month is not much time for this. The plan is to now just breathe on their neck so they dig faster.
Back in Mexico, on the Yucatan Peninsula, I'm exploring one of hundreds of miles of caves deep beneath what was once Maya civilization. Down here, I can feel why the Maya believed these were portals to the underworld. A place of gods and ancestors. Guiding me is dive archaeologist Guillermo de Anda. As I search for evidence of ritual offerings, amongst the debris, more ancient pottery. Guillermo records every find digitally, leaving the remains preserved in place. In the dark silence, it almost feels as if the Maya are still living, all around me. It's a dangerous place, but also incredibly thrilling. And then, emerging from the gloom, a very different sort of offering. A victim of Maya human sacrifice, preserved in dark silence for centuries. It's magical, but chilling. Whoever this was, I must leave them behind. My oxygen is running low, and I want to make it back to the surface world.
The water's completely clear and so still. You're just hovering through this unbelievable cathedral of limestone. I felt like I was staring face to face with an ancient Mayan. What do you think happened to that person?
Was probably thrown here as part of a ritual, maybe sacrifice. The Maya thought these places were sacred, okay? So this is the perfect place to make an offering for your gods because there's a huge drought. They need rain for agriculture. So they come here and beg their gods for rain, for health.
In just a single dive, I've encountered clear evidence of Maya rituals. And with thousands of unmapped caves, finds like this are only the very beginning.
And the fact that this is one of maybe 6,000 cenotes in the Yucatan, and that it's only now beginning to be explored means that this is an entire chapter to the understanding of these people that is just now, of course, being opened.
It's happening, yeah. We're living a great moment. So let's take advantage of it.
The frontier of exploration, huh?
That frontier, yeah.
Back in northern Guatemala, it's early morning at Francisco Space Camp, 3 weeks after his excavations began. He's preparing to head out to his newly discovered pyramids, but the rains have arrived.
We're going to be in the back of the truck for 2 hours going to Wisna. So we'll be like really wet by the time we get there. It's a rainy season. This way I don't sweat too much.
Francisco thinks he might have discovered a group of remote temples. He's already found an enormous number of ritually destroyed water pots and a monumental stone depicting a king that appears to have been ritually burnt. He's going to be joined by American archaeologist Katie Ahern, who's been digging nearby.
So we had a bit of a late start today because of the rain, but we'll be heading off shortly to the site.
The rains have only just begun, and the tracks are already waterlogged.
I look a little bit more authentic.
Katie has been excavating at a water pit at the base of the biggest of Francisco's pyramids. And inside, she has made an ominous discovery: human remains.
So here are the teeth. We've got one with 3 roots.
3 roots on a molar. That's a genetic trait for Native Americans, so the Maya. Now you have an incisor.
Some baby teeth.
You have some milk teeth.
Yeah.
This is from a child, or, well, there could be different age children.
The discovery of a child's teeth in Katie's water pit is a mystery.
This is human remains that have been buried into this underground chamber that typically should be used to hold water. So there's many questions here now at this point. So her job is to excavate this entire set of artifacts, and maybe at the end we'll have some answers.
In the water pit, Katie has also found what she thinks is part of a pot.
Now you go in there.
Yes.
Okay. This is gonna be a big one to excavate. Katie?
Yeah?
I found something. I'm not sure it's a pot. I think it could be the top of somebody's head.
What Katie thought was the base of a pot is in fact a human skull.
Oh, it looked like a bowl, but it's got all these bumps. You know, it's a small one, so it could be a young person, a child. It was this way, and the teeth probably came from just above it. So everything is consistent with this not being a bowl, just being a decayed skull, and this is just the back of it. It could be a ritual burial or a sacrifice.
The lack of any other bones in the pit suggests to Katie that this was no ordinary burial, but something much more gruesome.
It is possible, since we've only found the base of the skull, that this individual was sacrificed at a young age, maybe decapitated.
The Maya believed in sacrificing only what was precious to them. And in Maya society, the most precious of all were children.
Typically, our storage chambers, they become symbols for the underworld. So they put offerings to the dead and to the gods of the underworld in there. So this could be one of those cases.
Until the LiDAR survey, no one had any idea that there was anything built on this remote jungle ridge. But now, Francisco's newly discovered site at Huitzna, with its group of mystery pyramids, is already yielding astonishing evidence of religious ceremonies and gruesome ritual killings.
Found the skull of a child there?
Yes, child sacrifice. It's definitely evidence that this was an important ritual place. That's exactly what we were hoping to find.
The Maya believed in sacrifice as a way to appease their gods.
I felt like I was staring face to face with an ancient Mayan.
Anything of value could be offered, from ceramic water jugs
Looks like it's the rim of a pot. This is a phenomenal find.
to the most precious thing of all.
Could be a young person, a child.
Now, thanks to the pioneering LiDAR treasure map.
Let's do it.
Wow. Intrepid archaeologists are making incredible new discoveries.
This is somebody's foot.
That are at last unlocking long-lost secrets behind the mysterious rituals and sacrifices of the ancient Maya.